Good morning, students. Today we shall learn about screw gauge. This is experiment number second. First, we have already done an experiment using vernier calipers. Using vernier calipers, we have found out the internal diameter of a given calorimeter, external diameter, depth, right? And also we have measured the diameter of a given sphere or spherical bob using vernier calipers. Now the second one is the screw gauge. This is the screw gauge, very small one screw gauge. I have brought two screw gauges. Okay, it is also called as micrometer screw gauge. Now the aim of the experiment is to measure the diameter of a given wire. A wire, suppose this is a wire. The thickness of this wire can be found out using this screw gauge. The wire may be of any thickness. Thin wires also are brought. Thin wires and little bit medium sized wires and thick wire. So we can find out the thickness of a wire as well as we can find out the thickness of a given metal sheet using this screw gauge. This is one metal sheet, thin metal sheet, right? And this is the second metal sheet. We can find out the thickness of these metal sheets using this micrometer screw gauge. It is also called as micrometer screw gauge. Why is it called a micrometer screw gauge? You will understand. The reason is its limit of resolution is 10 to the power of minus 6 meter. That is 1 micrometer. It means it's a least count. Least count in SI unit is micrometer. It can measure thickness up to about limit of 1 micrometer. That is the meaning of micrometer screw gauge. Why is it called micrometer screw gauge, or simply it is called as screw gauge? So to measure the diameter of a given wire using screw gauge. Second one, to measure the thickness of a given metal sheet using screw gauge. The things required, they are called as apparatus. The apparatus required are the screw gauge, then the wire of different thickness, and metal sheets, right? These are the apparatus required for doing the experiment. And this is the diagram of the micrometer screw gauge. You see, this is the screw, actual screw, which is movable with the help of this ratchet. With the help of this ratchet, one can move in and move out the screw. And here is the U-shaped metallic frame, right? And here is the support to hold the wire or thin sheet. This you can call it as stud. Here will be the stud. And there are two scales here. One is the main scale. It is a linear scale along the reference line. This linear scale is again in millimeters, or you can say it is in centimeters. Like the scale which we have here, it is in millimeter and centimeter. So the linear scale is in millimeter and centimeters. In addition to that, there is a head scale which is rotatable. This is the model of the micrometer screw gauge. Here is, you can see, this is the screw which can be moved out and which can be moved in. Screw can be moved out and moved in. So it is just a model for your understanding, right? So the things whose thickness is to be measured is to be kept in between these two studs. Here is the support. This support is called as stud, and this is the metallic frame, U-shaped metallic frame, and this one is a rotatable circular scale. It is called as circular scale or head scale. And here is one more linear scale, okay, that I will show you here. Linear scale which will be in millimeters, and this is the circular scale which is just like a vernier scale, and total number of divisions on this circular scale will be 100. There are 100 divisions, okay. So this is just a model. So if you want to find out the thickness of a given sheet, so you have to bring it in between these two studs and rotate it until it holds firmly. Right, like this you have to rotate it so that now it holds firmly, and then we will be able to measure its thickness using linear scale as well as circular scale. This is just a model, bigger one. It is just a model for understanding. The actual micrometer screw gauge is this one, very small in size. So this micrometer screw gauge has two scales. Here, circular scale, and here is the linear scale. The linear scale is in millimeters. It starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 millimeters. Okay, 10 millimeters equal to 1 centimeter, like that. So like that, if you go on rotating anti-clockwise, it opens, and when you go on rotating clockwise, it comes closer and closer, and it closes. If you want to measure the thickness of a given wire, then it is to be held in between these two studs of the screw gauge, and then you have to turn it firmly until it holds. Yes. Then there is a ratchet here, a spring system, which makes sound, tickling sound. Okay, so this is called ratchet. This is called ratchet, and here it is called as thimble. This is called as thimble, and at the edge of the thimble there are graduations, divisions. So these are 100 in number, 100 divisions on circular scale. Since it is in circular shape, so it is also called as head scale or circular scale. Right? So there are two scales. One is linear scale, which we can also call it as main scale. Second one is head scale or circular scale. Easier to understand, circular scale. Using these two scales, we measure the thickness of a given wire or thickness of a given metal sheet. You can see here. Thickness of a given metal sheet can be also found out by firmly turning it. Yes, you can see now. So using these two scales, we can measure the thickness of a given metal sheet, thin metal sheet. So screw gauge is a device which is used to measure the gauge. Gauge means thickness. Whenever you go for purchasing any metal sheets or metal cupboard, you will be asking in terms of gauge. Gauge means thickness. The one which is having a better gauge, right? Better thickness, it will be of good quality. That is the meaning, right? Good quality. So gauge is the thickness, regarding thickness. So first of all, what are all the things to be noted down? Parts of this screw gauge. This is the spindle, or it is also called as screw, and here is the wire which is to be kept in between the two gaps of these studs, and this is the metal frame, U-shaped metal frame. This is movable in and out, and attached with this screw there is a main scale or a linear scale, right? Linear scale, and here is circular scale, and this this is circular scale, and this entire device is called thimble, and this is called ratchet. R-A-T-C-H-E-T. R is nothing but ratchet, which will be, once it is turned firmly, then it will have a tickling sound. It is provided with a screw, so it will produce tickling sound. Once we turn it 3 times, once we hear 3 tickling sound, then we have to stop it. These are the parts of micrometer screw gauge. Then what are the observations? First thing that we need to find out here is the least count. As I have told you, any instrument, whenever it is given to you, first of all we have to find out its least count. Least count means smallest division that can be read by a given instrument, right? So to find out the least count, first thing we have to find out here is pitch. Pitch means what? When we turn this circular scale for one complete rotation, when we turn this circular scale for one complete rotation, how much horizontal distance it covers, how much linear distance it covers. So that is called as pitch. So I will write here, pitch is the linear or horizontal distance covered for one rotation. For one rotation means there are 100 divisions on that. If you start from 0, when you get it again next 0, it covers 100 divisions. So that is called as one rotation. For one rotation, what is the linear distance it covers? That is called as pitch. So to find out that, it's a very small division. Therefore, what we will do? We will take 5 rotations. We will rotate it 5 times, and for 5 rotations, what is the horizontal distance covered for 5 rotations? We will write it here. So that distance covered divided by number of rotations given, that gives us pitch. It will be usually 1 millimeter. For one complete rotation, it covers 1 millimeter. Okay, 1 millimeter becomes the pitch. Then least count is pitch divided by total number of divisions on the circular scale. So as I said, pitch is going to be 1 millimeter. That is the linear distance covered for one complete rotation of this circular scale. When it rotates one complete rotation, it covers 1 millimeter here on the linear scale. So that is called as pitch. So this pitch divided by total number of divisions on the circular scale. Total number of divisions on the circular scale are 100. Therefore, it becomes 0.01 millimeter. 0.01 millimeter in terms of millimeter. In terms of centimeter, 0.001 centimeter. 1 upon 100 millimeter is equal to 0.01 millimeter. 0.001 centimeter. So it can measure up to the order of 10 raised to minus 6 meters. That's why it is measurable up to an order of micrometer. So this is the limit of resolution of micrometer screw gauge. Therefore, it is also called as micrometer screw gauge. Okay. So we first found out what is the least count. Pitch divided by total number of divisions. So again, basically the meaning of least count is same. Smallest division on the main scale or smallest division on the linear scale. smallest division on the linear scale is 1 millimeter divided by total number of divisions on the circular scale. Instead of vernier scale, we call here it as circular scale. Circular scale, it has 100 divisions. Therefore, the least count becomes 0.01 millimeter. Now, before going for actual measurement of thickness of a given wire or thickness of a given metal sheet, first of all, we should find out its zero error. I will tell you what is zero error first. First of all, what is zero error? You see, as I have told you, it is having two scales. One is circular scale, another one is the linear scale. The zeroth line of linear scale must coincide with zeroth line of the circular scale. But because of frequent use and because of wear and tear, what happens? Zeroth line of the circular scale may not coincide with the zeroth line of linear scale. Then it is having error. So that error must be encountered. For example, suppose you want to know your weight, then you will use the weighing scale. In the MI room there is a weighing scale. So because of frequent use, since it is being used so many cadets, so many boys, what happens? The pointer of the weighing scale will not coincide exactly to the zero. So what happens? Sometimes, suppose it is showing 5 less than 0. We need to reset it. We need to reset that pointer to 0. If resetting is not possible, suppose it is already set to 5 divisions to the left of 0. To the left of 0. It means when you stand on the weighing scale and look for your weight, it will be showing 5 divisions less. Then you need to add it. You need to add those 5 divisions. Suppose your actual weight is, right? Your actual weight is 55 kg. When you go and stand on that weighing scale, it will show 51 because its zero setting is not done. Its pointer is initially it is showing 4 less than 0. 5 divisions less than 0. So those 5 divisions must be added. So it will be showing instead of 55, it will show you 50. So after adding those 5 divisions, it will show you exact exact weight of the person. So that is the meaning of zero error. I think you got the point, right? So every instrument will be having certain zero error. Okay. So first of all, we must account for zero error. There are two types of zero error: positive error as well as negative error. Now in this case, the zero of the circular scale, see here. Let us say the zero of this circular scale is below this reference line. Below this reference line, and suppose when you bring it here, 0 is not coinciding with 0 line. Say 5th line is coinciding. In this case, it is 4th line. For this instrument, the 4th line means 4th division of this circular scale is coinciding with the 0th line of the main scale. So first I will write N, the division which is coinciding with the reference line. The division in this diagram, you see 5th division is coinciding with the reference line. So that becomes N. N into LC. N into LC. Now in this case, for example, N is 4th division. I cannot show you, you cannot see this. At the most I can try it. Still then I don't think you will be able to see. So here it is 4th division coinciding. So 4th division coinciding means 4 into LC plus 4 into LC. LC we have already found out 0.01 millimeter. 0.01 millimeter. So usually we take the thickness in millimeters. So therefore the zero error in this case is plus 0.04 mm. Right? It means in every reading it is showing plus 4 extra. It is showing plus 4 divisions extra that are to be subtracted. Instead of coinciding with 0, it is already coinciding with 4th division. So those 4 divisions must be subtracted. So zero error in this case becomes 0.04 millimeter. This is to be subtracted. In each observation. This is a positive error. Positive zero error. In the second instrument, this is also having error. This is another micrometer screw gauge. Here, zeroth line is above. Zeroth line is above here. Suppose zeroth line is here, and now it is coinciding with 94th division. 94th division means what? It's coinciding with 94th division. Yes. This is for second one. Zero error. For second screw gauge. This is for the first screw gauge. Here again we use the same term n into LC. But how do you find out here when 0 is above? So we consider this one as 100. 100 minus 94. 100 minus 94. 100 minus 94 is actually 6. But actually it is not 100, it is 0. Therefore we take minus 6. We take it as 0 minus 94, so it becomes minus 6. Right? This minus 6 is to be multiplied with least count. Minus 6 means minus 6th division is coinciding with 0th line. That is the meaning. Minus 6 into LC 0.01 mm. So this becomes minus 0.06 mm. Here, in every division it is showing 6 divisions less. These 6 divisions are to be added. That is the meaning of negative error. So this is negative error. Therefore, this negative error is to be added to each observation. It is to be added to each observation. So if we are considering the second instrument, then we have to consider this zero error. If we are using the first instrument, that is first screw gauge, then it is having positive error. Positive error needs to be subtracted. Those many divisions must be subtracted. Right? This is the meaning of zero error. Now we will have the tabular column for measuring the thickness of a given wire or thickness of given metal sheet. Now you can see the table for measurement of thickness. So first I am finding the thickness of a given metal wire. Okay, this is a thick metal wire. So I want to find out the thickness, means diameter of this metal wire. So first I have to hold it between the studs. So this is called as stud. The support to the left side is called as stud, and this is the stud of the screw. So first you have to hold it like this firmly, then go on turning it. Go on turning the screw. It should be firmly held in between the two studs. You can just only observe here, you cannot feel that experience. Only when it is given in your hand, then only you can find out this. So you can hear the sound now, ratchet sound. 1, 2, 3. Once it makes 3 sounds, 3 tickling sounds, then you have to stop. Now I can read the main scale division. Main scale division is nothing but linear scale division. Both are same. Main scale division is 3 millimeter. So I am writing here first number of observation 3 millimeter. Then which division on the circular scale? Which division on the circular scale is coinciding with the reference line of the main scale? So here it is 12th division. So 12th division is coinciding. 12th division. So 12 into LC. You see LC is 0.01 millimeter. So 12 into LC becomes 0.12 millimeter. 0.12 millimeter. So total reading now becomes using this circular scale reading. CSD means circular scale division. CD means coinciding division. MSD means main scale division or linear scale division. Okay. So it becomes, after adding MSD and CSD, it becomes 3.12 millimeter. But this is the first instrument, as I had showed you. It is having a positive zero error, means it is already showing 4 divisions in excess. Zeroth line was below the reference line. 4th line was coinciding. Therefore, it is having positive error 0.04. This is to be subtracted from each division. So if you subtract this positive error, then it becomes 3.12 minus 0.04. It becomes 3.08 millimeter. 3.08 millimeter. This is one reading. So I will repeat this experiment once again to take second reading. So like this, you are supposed to take minimum 5 readings and then take the average. At some other position I am again taking. So 1, 2, 3. Again for the second division, main scale division is third only, 3 millimeter. Now coinciding division now is showing 13 millimeter. Earlier 12, now it is 30. Now CD into LC becomes 0.013 millimeter. Now 3 plus this one, MSD plus CSD becomes 3.13 millimeter. So thus corrected reading. This is the important last reading, corrected reading. Plus or minus 0 error. This is total reading. Plus or minus 0 error. Plus or minus 0 error gives us corrected reading. That is measured in millimeter. So since it is having positive error, therefore we have to subtract it. So it becomes 3.09 millimeter. So this is how we measure the diameter or thickness of a given wire. So these two readings are for diameter of a wire. Now let us see the thickness of metal sheet. For thickness of the metal sheet, so this again we have to make a separate columns. Just for your understanding, I will just take two readings. So I will write first reading as serial number 1 for finding the thickness of metal sheet. So I have taken again a small metal sheet. You can see here, this is the small metal sheet. I am placing it between the studs. Placing it between the studs and rotating it. Go on rotating the circular scale until you hear the ratchet sound. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 times. Then you have to leave it. Now it has held firmly. You can see here. Now it has held the metal sheet firmly. Now I will read the same procedure is same again. What is the main scale reading? Main scale reading here now is 2 millimeter. It is a 2 millimeter, and coinciding division here is first one. First division itself is coinciding 2 millimeter, and coinciding division is first one. So CD coinciding division into LC becomes 0.01. Now total reading becomes 2.01. That is main scale division plus circular scale division, 2.01 millimeter. But you see it is having zero error. Zero error has to be subtracted. So when you subtract this, it becomes, see here, 2.01 minus 0.04. Positive error has to be subtracted. So 11 minus 4 is 7. Carry 1. 9. So it becomes 1.97. 1.97 millimeter. 1.97 millimeter. In the same way, if I take the second instrument, you see second instrument is having negative error. So I am showing it with the help of second instrument now. For the same metal sheet, let us see how much difference we are going to get. So same procedure, again go on rotating, keep the metal sheet between the studs. Yes, it is almost 2 millimeter, right? So 1, 2, 3. It is not making sound. Okay, it is very old one. So now it has held very firmly, right? But it is having negative error. So please remember this. So now its main scale reading is 2. Second reading 2 millimeter for the second micrometer screw gauge. Coinciding division. Coinciding division is 95. Coinciding division is almost, is not 95. Coinciding division is okay. It is not 2 millimeter. It is 1 millimeter. Okay, now it's right. It is main scale division is 1 millimeter. Coinciding division is 96, right? So 96 into LC. 96 86 into LC becomes 0.96. So total reading becomes 1.96. So this is the total reading, but it is having zero error, that is minus 0.06. Okay, this has to be added. It is showing 6 divisions less for every observation, therefore 6 divisions are to be added. So when you add this, so it comes out to be 1.96 plus 0.06. So negative error has to be added, positive error has to be subtracted. Please remember this. So it becomes carry 1 2.02. So it shows 2.02 millimeter. So slight difference is there because the thickness of this metal sheet is not uniform. Somewhere it is more thickness, somewhere it is less thickness. Okay. So this is the procedure is important. How to use micrometer screw gauge. I think you understood this. So there will be very thin wires whose diameter can also be measured. So here, this is a very thin wire. You can see this is a very thin aluminum wire. So the thickness of this aluminum wire can also be found out by following the same procedure. Hold it between the studs, go on turning it until the studs hold it firmly, right? Now the reading is, it is in between 0 and 1, means coinciding division is in between 0 and 1. I mean main scale division is in between 0 and 1. So we have to take lower one. So 0 becomes the coinciding division. I just write it here. 0 becomes the coinciding division. Then 0 becomes the main scale division. Main scale division is 0. Then coinciding division is 78. Coinciding division is 78. 0, 78. So it becomes 0.78 millimeter. So total division for this small wire, total reading for this small wire becomes 0.78 millimeter because main scale division is 0. Therefore it becomes 0.78 millimeter. So here it is showing 6 divisions less. 6 divisions are to be added. So if you add 6 divisions to this, it becomes 0.78 plus 0.06. So it becomes 0.84 millimeter. So that becomes the thickness of this given thin metal wire. Okay. So I think you understood the usage of given micrometer screw gauge. Okay. So we have done 2 experiments. One is using vernier calipers. Second one is using the micrometer screw gauge. The micrometer screw gauge. Why it is called micrometer? You understood? Because its limit of resolution is 10 to the power of -6 meter. Therefore, it is called as micrometer. After the order of a micrometer, it can read in SI units. Therefore, it is called as micrometer screw gauge. It has got 2 scales, linear scale or main scale. Another one is circular scale, which is having 100 divisions. This circular scale is also called as head scale. Okay, using these 2 scales, one can measure the actual thickness of given thin wire or thickness of a metal sheet. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.